Have you done or solved these problems before? You have 100 numbers, 1 to 100. I want you to add them all together. What is the sum of this arithmetic sequence? So what most people will do is they will go by pairs. 1 plus 99, 2 plus 98, 3 plus 97, 4 plus 96, 5 plus 95, so on and so forth. And then you count the number of pairs. So after you count the number of pairs, each pair is 100, right? And then you count the 50, and then you count the 100. The sum is equals to 5050. But today I want to show you how to use this formula to find the sum. So the sum, the S of n, S stands for sum, n is the number of terms. You add the first term and the last term. You multiply the number of terms divided by 2 to get the sum. All right, so let's put this on the first basic arithmetic sequence. So we have 100 terms. That is equals to the first term is 1, and then the last term is 100, and then you multiply the number of terms, which is 100, and then divided by 2. So this is also equals to 50. So that is the sum of the arithmetic sequence. All right, so let's shuffle things up, do something else. How about the next arithmetic sequence? -8, -6, -4, -2, 0, 2, 4, 6. So this one, the common difference is 2, right? So what is the sum of this? How many numbers? Eight terms. What most people will do is, hey, you know what? Why don't you just grab a calculator and then add all of them? Yes, you can do that, but what if I have something else? So what if I have like 100 terms, 200 terms, 500 terms, 1,000 terms? Do you want to input 1,000 terms to your calculator? Of course not, right? So you want to use the smart way, which is the formula. Okay, so for this problem, how many terms? So we have 8 terms. Then n is equals to 8, so we have S of 8, which is equals to the first term, and then you add the last term, and then multiply by 8 terms, and then divided by 2. So we have a -2, -2 and 2. This is -1, and then the sum is equals to -8. So using this formula, you can just get it in a few seconds. I know adding 8 terms is easy. What if I ask you to add 800 terms? Then you want to use the formula to get the job done. All right, so moving on to something more difficult, the sum of the first 150 positive even integers. Now, 150 positive even integers. Okay, so let's write the sum out. So what is the first positive even integer? So it's the first 150 positive even integer. So the first positive integer is 2, right? And then what else do we have? We have a 4, and then a 6, and then an 8, and then a 10, and then we keep on going until we reach what? Until we reach to what is this? 150, right? 150. All right. What's the formula? The formula is, first of all, how many numbers are there? 150 positive integers. They just told you what it is. So that is S of 150. So which is equals to the first integer, which is 2, and then plus 150, and then multiply 150 divided by 2. So we have 152 divided by 2, that is equals to 76, and then multiply 150, that is equals to 11, and then 400. Oh, do we count the 0? Is 0 positive or negative? We don't count 0. All right, and then sum of the integers from -100 to 40. So this one allow me to save some space for myself. I'm going to move this up from -100 to 40. All right, how do you do this? How many integers are there? So from -100 to -1. So there are 100 numbers, right? And then you have a 0, and then you have 1 to 40. So what is the total? So the total is 141. one integer, 141 integers. Okay, so we have S of 141. All right, so what is that equal to? The very first integer is negative 100, and then the very last integer is 40, the very first term and the last term. And then you have 141 integer, and then you divide it by 2. So this is equals to negative 42, 30. Negative 42, 30. And then how about the next problem? The next problem, what do we have? We have negative 6, negative 2, 2, 6, and 10. There are 250 integers. Find the partial sum. Okay, so this is an arithmetic sequence because from negative 6 to 2, so we add 4, right? And then this one we add 4, and then this one we add 4, and then this one we add 4. So the common difference is negative 2 minus negative 6, that is equals to 4. That is the common difference. And then in order to find the sum, I need the first and the last integer, right? And then we have to recall this for the arithmetic sequence. The nth integer is the first integer plus the number of integer minus 1 times the common difference. And then you have 250, so you have a 250 that is equals to the first integer plus 250 minus 1 times the common difference, which is 4. So the last integer is 990. So now we have the first, we have the last, and then we can calculate S of 250. That is the first integer plus the last integer. Yeah, I keep saying integer. The first term plus the last term, a1 plus an, and then multiply 250 divided by 2. This is equals to a huge value, 123,000, Last problem, we have a sum. So allow me to move this up. So we have a sum. I want to find the partial sum. Okay, so from 0 to 75, I want to find the partial sum. So what is the first term? The first term is a of 0. That is 10 times 0 minus 3. This is a negative 3. And then the very last term, 75, that is equals to 10 times 75, 750 minus 3. That is equals to 747. And then from 0 to 75, how many terms? 75 or 76? There are 76 terms, right? So 76 terms. 1 to 75 is 75 terms. And then you have a 0, then that will be 76 terms. So the S of 76, that is equal to the first term plus the last term, 747, and then multiply 76 term divided by 2. So you have 28272. And then here is the partial sum. Alright, so that is the end of this video. If you like the way I introduced some of a finite arithmetic sequence, give this video a thumbs up. If this is what you see and this really helps you to learn math, click the subscribe button. And trust me, it is worthwhile coming back to visit more content. As always, I will meet you all in a future video. Signing out.